Namaskar, I Laxmi Narayan Tripathi. I'm so proud that today I'm at one platform of TEDx and it has been done in my own school, the Sulochana Devi Singhania High School. And this TED Talk, the organizers invited me. I'm really very much thankful for you all. When you say, take a movement and think, it's very necessary that we need to think. The same thing happened in my own life. That there was a moment where I had to sit down and think wisely. I still remember that it was so difficult for Laxmi to walk down the staircases, walk down the corridors, on the street, where every day it was a humiliation, every day it was one or any other new name as a slang slashed out on my face. But who needs to think? It's we or the society? I believe that it starts from the society. Who all are listening are the present generation or will be the future generation of this beautiful country, of this democracy. I would really say that please think. The normal norms of gender is so stringent that in our society it is presumed, it is believed that if I have a family, I will have a son or a daughter. Nobody has a moment to think that what if the child's gender would be different, or if the child is an intersex. I come from which generation where understanding of gender was a very big question mark. Until the date, the colonial system which has been penetrated in our society, the gender bifurcation which is done by the colonial rule still prevails in our society. It's time to think that we need to change many of those aspects where life of many children, male, female, transgender, in transgender it is trans man, female to male, trans woman, male to female, communities like the Hijra, Shiv Shaktis, Jokta, Aradhis, Tirunangai, all are subgroups of the transgender community, the cultural communities. What about them? Why children cannot access education without a fear of being molested in the bathroom? Fear of rejection, fear of not wanted by your own family, or there is always a fear that being a part of the family but still you're not wanted in that family. So you have to, or you're forced to, leave your biological family and go on the streets. What happens to you when you're on street? It's a very hard life on street. For one morsel of food, you have to sell your body. You're exploited at every step of your life. You become a transparent object in the world. You no more remain a human. So it's necessary that we think. I denied to get humiliated. I denied any kind of stigma and discrimination on me. So I thought and I stood and I fought my own battle. About me, lot has been said, I have said. My 2 books are there. The Red Lipstick Men in My Life is my second book by Penguin Random House. And my first book is the Me Hijra, Me Laxmi. In that, my memoirs has been written that how difficult was a childhood. I'm a very positive person. I don't want anything what is negative to surface again, but still people pull it out, and it's a fact. I don't know, my system is tamed as I always remember the beautiful things, but of course there were atrocities against me also. There was a time when even Laxmi was not Laxmi. There is a whole journey of Laxmi becoming Laxmi Narayan Tripathi. Really, it's very necessary that we all think that how we would incorporate the other gender people, people whose choices are different, who are differently able to be part of the society. I have once said very beautifully, don't judge me from my bedroom and my choices. Judge me by my productivity in the society, what I have to give to the society. I have an ability to be as equal, productive as any man and woman. I'm as Indian as any man and woman. There are two books which I have authored. The first is Me Hijra Me Laxmi. It was in Marathi, Hindi, English, and many other languages, even in Gujarati. English is being done by Oxford University Press. And my second book is The Red Lipstick Man in My Life. There are a lot of memories which have been written over there. There are a lot of things which at times you don't want to write, but the fact is that when you are open and when you really want that the world should know a journey of a trans man or a trans woman person. My book was written, first book, Me Hijra Me Laxmi, because I wanted, people think, being a celebrity is a very different thing, but I wanted the world to know my journey was not a red carpet. I had thorns. I had a lot of roadblocks created by the society itself. It's necessary in this society now, at this changing scenario. COVID has literally taught what is the importance of family, what is important of being in community. And now is the time that we have to take a movement and again think that where we are taking a generation. COVID was like a man-made virus, and now like so many lives were put at stake and have been put at stake. This was the time when even we started this whole campaign that nobody should go to bed hungry. I said that people may die of COVID or not of COVID, but surely people will die of hunger. Because in my community, people are begging, people are selling their bodies. There is no proper way of income. There is no entrepreneurship, or if there is, people who are trying to create entrepreneurship, but there is no market for it. Because of the preconceived notions, because of the society's outlook towards the trans people. We need proper acceptance. And the best thing is that the schools should teach what is different gender, what is different sexualities, and then only there will be acceptance. Then only we will make our generation learn to respect every gender as it is. Today, coming from the shadows into the light was not easy for me. Our country, of course, our country has done a lot. Today we have Transgender Act, we have Transgender Policy, we have a ministry which is a nodal agency for transgender, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. The government is doing its bit, but Rome was not built in one day. As the saying goes, the biggest change will be only when you change the mindset of people, and that will only come through education. And when there is education, then only you will understand that they are as equal as any man and woman. I always say that I am as Indian as anybody in this country. You should see my productivity, what I have to give to the society, not what I do in my house or how I live my life. We should stop judging people. Our India has to become has to become a non-discriminative country. We should have a non-discriminative policy, right, for education, shelter, access to quality health services. And for this, we really need a movement to think how we could do this. I'm speaking to the change makers. I'm speaking to my coming India. You all are the people who will create things change. You are the people who will see to it that the society becomes a brighter place, more illuminated with knowledge, acceptance, without stigma and discrimination. Today, from this platform of TEDx, I take a chance once again to say it's only about love. It's only about caring. It's only about the community sense what we build in. Thank you for having me.